Good evening, in fact. Good evening and welcome to this watch long as Northampton Saints take on Racing 92 down at Franklin Gardens. Welcome along. Hope you're all doing well. I'm Brandon from BS Rugby. Hope you are well and looking forward to this game afternoon. That's right. It is Northampton Saints taking on Racing 92. What a game to kick off this year's Champions Cup. Really excited for this one. And as always, delighted to have you alongside me. Make sure if you are here for the first time that you subscribe. If you are watching on Facebook, make sure to give us a follow of the page. And of course, get involved in the chat. Let me know your thoughts ahead of this clash. Who are you backing to win this evening? Really excited to get into this one today. And it's a busy weekend of European action, isn't it? Really busy weekend of European action. So very much looking forward to this game for sure. And it should be a good one for sure. And let's have a look at the teams. And actually, just before we do that, these two teams have met each other in recent times. The last time they met was back in 2015. That was a 9-all draw. But they have actually played each other 4 times. Racing winning 3. And there being 1 draw. So Northampton haven't beaten Racing yet. But they actually do have a really good record against French sides, having won 9 out of their last 11 against French sides in European competition. In the Prem, Northampton are going really well, sitting in 3rd, while Racing are actually having a bit of a difficult season, currently sitting in 8th in the top 14. Now, both teams have been announced. So let's take a look at them now. This is how Northampton line up this evening. Starting at fullback, we have Furbank at fullback with Freeman and Skozen on the wings. Proctor and Dingwall are in the centre. Dan Bigger and Alex Mitchell is at 9. Alex Mitchell was named as the player of the month in the Gallagher Prem a few days ago. In the props, then we have Outerac, Matavesi and Painter with Ribbons and Ratunawara playing in the locks. Wilkins, Lewis Ludlam is at 7 and captain. And Augustus is at 8. Leaving a bench of Fish, Waller, Carey, Coles, Wood, Lomani, Hutchinson, and Slightome. Now, as you'd expect, of course, the Racing team is absolutely packed with stars, and we'll go through it now. Starting with the fullback. At fullback is the Aussie Curly Beale. Teddy Thomas is on the wing with Argentinian Juan Himoff. In the centre, Gail Ficou partners Virimi Vakatawa. That's a France partnership. Right there, Ficou, of course, is captain. Machino is at 9 with Finn Russell at 10. Excited to see that battle between him and Dan Bigger and how that develops over the course of the game. In the front row, then, we have Gogiashvili, Georgian-born, but has represented France. Babojani and Oz also are in the front row, with Jones and LaRue playing in the second row. And in the back row, we have Diallo, Tanga and Lorey. Leaving a bench then of Kamusha, Ben Arrows, Gomez Sa, Bressler, Chuzano, Gibbet, Javonsi and Tau for Fuena. So those are the teams. Let me know your thoughts on the teams in the comments. Do let me know what you think about this game. Make sure to vote in the poll as well. Let me know who you think is going to win this one this afternoon. I'll be really curious to hear your thoughts on this game. And yeah, really excited to hear who you think is going to win this evening. This evening, it's not this afternoon. It certainly is this evening. At the minute, most of you are actually backing Northampton to win this one. 57% of you backing Northampton to win, or 43% are backing Racing. Just before kickoff, which is about 5 minutes away, I'll make sure to give you my prediction. But do let me know where you're watching from and who you'd like to win and what games you're looking forward to this weekend, because we are going to do 2 of the watch-alongs, 1 more in the Champions Cup tomorrow, and then tomorrow evening we'll do 1 for the Challenge Cup as well. So make sure to join me for that tomorrow as well. So really looking forward to the games over the course of this weekend. And it's good to have European rugby, isn't it? It's good to have a bit of a change from the domestic scene and the international scene, and being able to have the continental competition. It always makes for some fascinating watch. So as I said, make sure to like, subscribe. If you're new, it's free to do. Helps grow the channel and helps keep you up to date with everything going on. And also, as I said, get involved in the chat as well and let me know your thoughts ahead of this one. Now, let me know where you're watching from as well. It's always interesting to hear where people are watching from around the world. So we are ready. We are just awaiting the teams to come out. Just a reminder that this is not an actual showing of the game. I'm not allowed to do that, but it is a watch along. So I encourage you to put the game on in the background and have some good conversation here with myself and the chat. So get involved. It looks pretty packed at Franklin Gardens. Not sure if it's a sellout, but we await to see on that one. And let's quickly run through the teams one more time just before kickoff, just to remind you. At fullback, we have Furbank with Skozen on the wing. Pogda and Dingwall are in the centres. Dan Biggers at 10. Mitchell at 9. Outrack, Matavesi and Painter in the centres, with Ribbons and Ratuniawara playing it in the locks. And then you have Wilkins, Ludlam and Augustus. And for Racing, the away side, this is how they line up. Curly Beals at fullback, Teddy Tom and Imoff on the wings. Faku and Vakatawa. Machino and Russell are the halfbacks. And then in the front row, we have Gogiashvili, Baujani and Oz. In the locks, we have Jones and Leroux, with Diallo, Tanga and Lorey also playing in the back row. So that's how the teams line up. And I think this is the great game to kick off. I think Racing have to be considered as one of the favourites, having never won this competition before. But I mean, you look at that back line there, you look at Faku, Vakatawa, Finn Russell, Machino, Teddy Thomas, Curtly Beale, the creativity and the ability that those back five there will have is quite special. And I'm really excited to see how they go. But they haven't been playing that great in the top 14. They've been struggling this season, actually. And as I said before, they sit down in 8th in the top 14. So not having the greatest of seasons so far, but they'll certainly be looking to try and build on that. So let's see how they get on this evening at Franklin Gardens. I've been there once. Great little stadium. Love it there. So Racing are coming out in their away kit, red away kit with a blue stripe across the middle. And we await the home side. And we wait for them to come out as well. It's going to be a fascinating game, isn't it? So do let me know your predictions. Vote in the poll, as always. Let me know who you're backing to win this one. Still, majority of you are backing Northampton to win. 67% of you think Northampton are going to win. Speaking of Northampton, out they come. They're in their traditional green, yellow and black. And they are ready for this game as well. And really looking forward to kicking off this weekend like this. As I said, we do have a lot of watch-alongs on this weekend. We've also got Cardiff-Toulouse on tomorrow lunchtime. So feel free to join me for that if that's something that might interest you. And in the Challenge Cup, we have got Dragons against Perpignan tomorrow evening at tea time. So that's the tea time game that we're going to do tomorrow evening. So you can check that out as well. I'll drop links throughout the course of the evening. Right, let me put my headphones on so I can hear the commentary. Fortunately, I'm not allowed to show the game to you, but this is going to be a commentary for myself. And as always, let's get the conversation going on in the chat as well. We've just kicked off here. Let me get the score on for you. And we've just kicked off. Racing have kicked us off. And it is with Alex Mitchell. He tries the little kick at the top. Ooh. Diallo there. Thought he'd scored, but well, Saints there have had the ball from the kickoff. And interestingly, Matavesi's tried a little chip over the top. It's been charged down. And they're going to have a look at this. But I don't think it's been grounded by Racing. But what is Matavesi thinking there with a little chip? No, I think that's been knocked on, hasn't it? It's Josh Matavesi, the hooker, who's tried to kick that. But yeah, it's been knocked on. So Saints goes back underway. Dan Bigger kicking us off. And off we go once again here. Interesting to see who's going to look to dominate the play. You'd think that this Racing team will look to spread the ball out. And penalty to Racing off his feet at the breakdown. So a minute in here. It's been all Racing. And I think Machino has pointed to the post. So Racing looking to get their first score of the afternoon. The evening. I don't know why I keep saying the afternoon. They might be having a look at this high tackle here. Slightly high on Bredsler there, but nothing too ridiculous. So chance here for Maxime Mechano to give Racing the early lead. It's actually not a full house at Franklin Gardens, which is quite surprising, I must say. But 89% kicking success rate this season. And a chance for him to give Racing an early lead. And it's been all Racing so far. And he slotted that one beautifully. And Racing do take the lead here. It is Racing 3-0 against Northampton. And what are Northampton thinking with that silly little kick from Matabesi there? And, well, interesting that they tried to do that there. Well, what are Northampton doing? They've won it from the restart. An awful pass from Matabesi. And now Racing with a chance to counter-attack. Vakatawa looks for the kick. It's bounced kindly into the hands of Diallo. Diallo looking inside. They're up to the 5-meter line here. Racing way pushing forward here. Machino. Oz carries. Ball out here. Northampton offside, so advantage here for Racing early on. And that ball's been knocked out there. And back we come for the offside. But Northampton are absolutely all over the place. Matabesi not even looking where he was passing there. Picked up very nicely by the forwards. Vakatawa looks for a kick, bounces off the hands of one of the Saints players. Diallo runs through, gets tackled. Diallo probably should have looked for the pass there, if I'm being totally honest. But 4 minutes in here, Maxime Machino with a chance to give Racing a 6-point lead here. And let's be honest, Northampton have done nothing so far. Saints have done absolutely nothing. And they're not helping themselves with their silly mistakes. Machino adds the 3. And so we're up to Racing 6, Saints 0. Racing 6, Saints 0. We're just getting a new ball here. I think it's popped. And chance here for Dan Bigger to get us underway. So 5 minutes gone in this one. 6-0 to Racing. And to be honest, Racing haven't had to do much for their scores. It's very much been that Saints have just had very little discipline and just face sloppy mistakes, trying silly things in the wrong areas of the pitch. But they need to settle into this game, because a couple of little mistakes like that, and before you know it, you're 12-0 down, and you've got a mountain to climb against such a good team like Racing. But first chance here for Furbank. Looks up, sends it down. Comfortable, though, for Curtly Beale, who runs. Ooh, big hit coming in on him there. So up to the 10-metre line, Racing. Ball here to Finn Russell, who looks up, kicks it downfield, looking for the space in behind. It's not a bad kick from the Scotland international. Alex Mitchell, player of the month in the Gallagher Premiership. Curtly Beale takes it up, looks to run with it. And tackled very well by Mitchell. Ball comes out, but illegally so. And we will come back for the penalty here. But I've got to say, I've been really impressed by Racing's want and desire to run with the ball in hand. So Finn Russell puts Racing into the 22. But this is not a great start from the Northampton point of view. The fact that they are, giving away silly penalties, and Racing are a quality side, they really are. So line out here to Racing. It bounces, but it's into the hands of Diallo. So ball is there for Racing, just inside the 22 here of Northampton. Ball out from Machino. Finn Russell looks up, tries to get it to Vakatawa. It's a loose pass. Imhoff picks it up. Machino gets it out into Oz. Good carry from him. Oh, lovely hands from Beale. Finn Russell, lovely hands. And it's going to be the opening try. Lorray crashes over for Racing. And that try's been coming. What a lovely try that was. Brilliant step from Curtly Beale. Finn Russell with a brilliant support option. And then Wenceslas Lorray, the lock there, the back rower, sorry. They're just absolutely open. And honestly, it's been way too easy for us. And I said that, didn't I? Those two cheap penalties at the start of the game now look really, really silly. Really cheap penalties go away because now you're 11 points down. Inside ball, Curtly Beale beats his first man. Finn Russell. And then Lorray finishes just to the right-hand side of the post. And it's very, very comfortable so far. So 8 minutes gone. And a chance for Machino. Chance for Machino to give Racing a 13-point lead in this one. And he certainly does that. And do you know what now? It's really, really important that Saints do get the next score in this game. You feel that because, I mean, I said it, didn't I, just a few minutes ago? I said, look, you can't give away those sloppy, silly penalties because they will cost you. And if you're giving away those penalties, you're allowing Racing to build up that lead. They get a try now. They're 13-0 up. They're nearly 2 scores ahead of you. We've only played, 8 minutes or so, 9 minutes or so, and you can't afford to do that at this level. So lots of Saints to do. Line out here, though, to Racing. They do win their line out. And they're on their 5-metre line, so they'll be looking to clear here. So Maxime Machino looking to clear. And he box kicks it up, sends it up and away. But line out 2 Saints just outside the 22. Northampton have actually lost their line out there. And an opportunity for Machino to clear here just inside his own 22. 10 minutes gone. Cleared away there by Machino. Excuse me. Lewis Ludlam wins the line out. Dan Bigger with ball in hand, gives it into Perkins. Mitchell picks it up, looks inside. Matavesi, lovely pass, good hands. Freeman with a little bit of space here. And Northampton really in the first time having some decent ball in hand. And as I say that, they've knocked it on. And a chance here for Racing to potentially counter. Finn Russell looks for the space. It's not the greatest kick from him. As it comes to Furbank, who sends it back down. Curtly Beale with a little bit of time and space. Looks up. Mitchell sends it back down. Juanimov has time, gives it to Russell. Russell looks up, plays it into Teddy Tomo, gives it to Finn Russell. Finn Russell kicks. Skosen with a chance to run. Ball turned over by Racing here. And Northampton really struggling to get any foothold in this game. Oz intercepted by Bigger. So Northampton with the ball now. A little bit of a scrappy phase here in the game, you've got to say. And teams are unable to really retain possession. Good carry from Augustus there. And Northampton unable to really get out their own half. And it's a penalty. It's a penalty to Racing. And Rolling, moving on the floor there. And I've got to say, Northampton just really not helping themselves in this game. They're just making very simple, sloppy errors. They really need to cut them out. If they can cut them out, they'll be able to really have an impact on this game. But they're just allowing the away side to really get a foothold in the game. Northampton already conceded 4 penalties in this opening 12 minutes, 13 minutes or so. So line out here then to Racing just outside the 22. Not straight though, the line out. And it's going to be a scrum to Saints here, just inside their own 22. So big scrum. I think this is the first scrum of the game. So this can be an interesting one. See how this one goes. Please don't drop any comments linking any illegal streams into the chat. I have had to delete a few already, and they could get me in a bit of trouble. So please don't do that, folks. Massively appreciated. So scrum here then to Northampton inside the 22. Big shove coming on from Racing here. Alex Mitchell. I think Racing have managed to turn this one over. Racing have turned this one over. But penalty to Northampton, though. And Northampton really getting away with one there. And I mean, it's been all Racing so far. So 15 minutes gone, 13-0 to Racing. Dan Bigger sends it down. And it's a decent kick from the Welshman as well. So line out to Northampton here. It's well taken by Lewis Ludlam. Picks up to Mitchell. Good hands here from Northampton. Really good hands, but it's been knocked on. But Racing were offside, so They'll come back for the original penalty. So chance here for Northampton now. Interesting. Are they going to go for the points or are they going to go to the corner? I think they're going to go to the corner here. They are. They go into the corner. So Dan Bigger puts it in the corner. So Dan Bigger's not looking particularly comfortable. Hi, Greg. I hope you're doing well, mate. We do indeed. We have 2 games tomorrow. We've got Cardiff Rugby against Toulouse. That one is 1:45. We'll start that with 1 o'clock kickoff. And then we have Dragons against Perpignan in the Challenge Cup later on in the evening. That's going live around 5:15. So looking forward to both of them. Hope you're doing well, Gregor. Good to see you in the chat as always, mate. Ulster, of course, have Clermont, Dwayne Vermeulen starting tomorrow as well. So excited to see how he gets on. So scrum here, about 8 metres out for Northampton. First chance for them to really get some attacking going. So we're going to have a reset of the scrum here as we head to the 20-minute mark. And an opportunity here for Northampton to really attack for the first time. Now, Northampton's scrum needs to be a lot more solid. It stays up. The ball is there for Northampton. Mitchell gets it out bigger. Really nice take from him. Proctor takes it into contact. Mitchell switches the way of play. Matavesi carries 8 metres out here. A little bit slow from Northampton. Mitchell gets it out once again. Bigger takes it well, but caught. Dingwell then caught. Pushed a little bit back. Really good chance. Oh, it's been knocked on here from Northampton. Teddy Thomas comes away with it here for Racing. Gail Fiku looks up, puts the little chip through. That's a very clever kick from Fiku, but it's well taken. Freeman finds Furbank. Ludlow. Racing trying to turn it over, and they have done so. Vakatawa has turned the ball over. And a big chance here for Racing to maybe they'll go to the corner. I mean, you think if Racing get another 7-pointer, the game is probably over, to be honest, at that point. Fumi Vakatawa there getting the turnover. So Machino's going for the posts. And the chance to go 16-0 into lead as we finish the first half of this first half, if you know what I'm saying. 20 minutes on the clock. Machino kicks. And he's got it as well. And it's 16 points to 0 against Northampton. Northampton need to get the next score. 100%. I've got to get the next score now. So Bigger has just gone as back underway. Finn Russell looks for the little chip. Oh, it's a delightful kick from Finn Russell. Curtly Beale runs onto the little chip. Finn Russell once again looks up. Kick is charged down. Well, interestingly, the referee did not give that for being in the air. Personally felt it was. George Furbank with the ball in his own 22 here. He looks up, sends it downfield. Comfortable for Russell to run onto it. Gives it to Teddy Thomas. That's lovely. Into Fiku. Racing really beginning to flow here. Oh, lovely feet from Russell. Finds the offload. Was that forward? No, says the referee. I think the referee's missed a few things this game. I'm not going to lie. Zane, it's on BT Sport, my friend. It's on BT Sport. BT Sport 1 currently. Russell looks up. Big tackle coming in on Russell, though. Ball is there, though, for Machino. Gets it to Fiku. Fiku finds Diallo. Once again, Northampton really trying to turn the ball over, trying to at least slow it down, but the ball is constantly there for Machino. Finn Russell looks back up, lovely, hands it to him off. One him off is straight through, and is that game over already? Is that game over already? That might be game over already. I mean, this is not good. 21 points to 0 for Racing. 21 points to 0 now. And, I mean, look, it's a lovely awareness from Finn Russell there. But I'm not really sure what Northampton are complaining about. Just two players missed the tackle. And it's just way too easy for one him off. It's just too easy. It's just way too easy for Racing. And they could be 23-0 up if Machino gets his kick, which is literally right from the post. And just the inside ball is just so effective for Racing, and Racing add to their 21, 23 points to 0. 23 points to 0 to Racing in this one. And it's a real mismatch between him off and the prop there. Machino gets us back underway and sends it down. And that bounce is really unkind for George Furbank, who does keep it alive, though. Looks up, is tackled. And here comes Matavesi. I mean, is the game over? Maybe you could say game over at this point, but I still think because we're so early in the game, like, Northampton can't play any worse than they have, let's just say. Matanawara carries. And Alex Mitchell will send this one up. It's straight out. It's out on the full. And it will be a line out to Racing from where Alex Mitchell kicked the ball from there. And I've got to say, you know, they are really, really struggling in this one. Evening, folks. Hope you're doing well. Sean, good to see you. How's Maestro Finn playing? It could become a rout, absolutely. I've got to say, Finn has been dictating things nicely, quietly dictating things, but dictating things well. What a dreadful Saints for not being out-muscled and outplayed. Absolutely couldn't agree more. They just look void of ideas, don't they? They don't look like they have anything, that they have any ideas of what to do. Finn Russell picks the scraps up. It is set up for Curtly Beale, who's maybe thinking about the drop goal. Teddy Thomas spots the space, tries the little kick through, but it will go out on the full. And line out to Northampton in their own 22. And Saints are all over the place right now. Northampton do win their line out, set up the maul. Alex Mitchell gets it out, finds Proctor. Penalty, though, to Northampton there. Off his feet. I think Maxi Machino has been penalised there. Tough opening 27 minutes or so here for Northampton. Let me know in the chat. Do you think this is game over already? Is this game over? Do let me know. Is it game over? Let me know what you think. Line out then to Northampton, and they somehow managed to get that back. Mitchell carries. Matavesi, good hands. We do have a tackle off the ball. Proctor carries well here. They're playing with advantages, a chance here for Northampton. Mitchell, big carries coming in from Ribbons. Northampton are up to the 5-metre line here. Advantage is over now. Ball comes back here. Furbank looks up. Proctor once again carries well, but he's tackled by Fiku. Great tackle in there from Diallo. Once again, Northampton trying to push their way through here. Painter carries well. Comes to the backs. Dingwall, good hands. Tackled well, though. Mitchell fires it out. Lewis Ludlam. Inside ball. That's lovely hands. And Dingwall. Oh, I don't know what's happened there. I think it's a try. I think we have a try for Northampton, but I'm not sure. I think he kicks it through. I think Dingwall kicks this one through. He does indeed. Question is the try scorer onside? Is he onside? That's the only thing that I can think that I want to check is if he's offside. Had Skoson's gone offside? Oh, I think he's in front. Oh, no, he's not. Try given there. And Northampton finally have a try on the ball. And it is Skosen who gets on. Sean says, yesterday it's game over. Just can't see Saints going through it. Unanswered tries and a penalty, but also not considering. Well, they've got one there. They've got one, haven't they? So let's see how they do. Dan Bigger adds the 2 points. And Saints finally have some points in this one. Northampton 7, Racing 32. So 10 minutes to go until half-time. And again, you know, that score Next score is really, really important now, you feel, isn't it? So off we go. 10 minutes to go until half time. 7 points to 23 now. And the thing is, look, Racing haven't really had to do much to get their points, so you feel they could go to another level. But Northampton gave them a lot of easy penalties. So it's about, can Northampton keep that level going up and keep that consistency? Oh. We have a line out here. I'm not too sure what they're looking at here, but it is a line out anyway to Northampton, just inside their own 22. Thrown over. They managed to finally somehow get it down through Ludlam. Mitchell here will look to clear it. Again, you know, Northampton can't afford to concede again in this game, really. They have to be scoring next. Curtly Beale looks up. Tackled, though, just on the 5-metre line, on the 10-metre line, sorry. And here comes Bressler's sign from Worcester. Lovely cross kick from Finn Russell. Finds Virimi Vakatawa. Looks for Teddy Tomo. Tries to flick through the legs. Proctor picks it up well for Northampton here. Touched in the air, though. And then Finn Russell has dropped it over the line. And, well, maybe the turn of momentum has come. Maybe the turn has come, potentially. So line out here, Matavesi just outside the 22. It's a solid line out from Northampton. They set up the maul. Lovely inside ball there, Skozen. Lovely ball there. Fiku trying to hold the man up there, but told to release. Ratunia Wara with a poor pass, really. Matavesi has to do the dirty work and collect the ball. Mitchell looks up. Lewis Ludlam tackled, though, by Machino. As Mitchell looks up. Matavesi. A little bit static, this attack now. Bigger. Tries to pass. Knock on there. Knock on there. And a chance here then for Racing to set up their final, well, set up an attacking scrum for sure, just on the halfway line. So we're having a little break here. Just to remind folk who may be joining a little bit later that tomorrow we're going to be doing this. We're going to be doing a watch-along for this game. Cardiff against Toulouse. Live watch-along. Coverage starts at 12:45 with kickoff at 1 p.m. So do join me for that tomorrow. Really excited for that game. Of course, Cardiff, without many of their first team players, it's going to be a tough evening for them. Tough afternoon for them, you'd think. But really excited to see how they go tomorrow. So I'll drop a link to that in the chat now. Make sure to join me tomorrow for that. Cardiff Rugby against Toulouse tomorrow afternoon, live from 12:45 UK time. And join me live for that. And I'm going to try and get someone on for that. I got a couple of people in mind. So we will see if we can get that. So the link is dropping in the chat. So make sure to hit the reminder on that for tomorrow. That's on Facebook and on YouTube. So make sure to join me for that tomorrow. And Eddie Jones spotted there in the crowd watching this one. So Racing with the scrum. Finn Russell gets it out here to Vakatawa. Big tackle coming on him from Skozen. That's a big tackle, that. So just about 5 minutes to go until half time. Big, good counter working coming, but illegally so. Not legal, though, from Ribbons there. And he was penalised. So 5 minutes to go. Penalised there for his tackle there on Brescia. So Finn Russell sends it down to just outside the 22. So maybe the final chance of this first half to get some points, potentially. So line out here to Racing. Taken well from Lorray. Really, really good driving maul here from Racing. An advantage to them as well. 4 minutes to go now. There's an advantage here for Koo. Finn Russell, lovely floating pass to Curly Beale. One more pass, and Imhoff is going to go in the corner and scores. And Racing have another try. Indeed, that's all good. Make sure to get them on there, and we'll look at them on. It'll probably be Monday night, to be honest, because the game's quite late that evening, so it'll probably be Monday night. But yeah, great. That'll be awesome, Sean. But that is Racing 28 points to 7. Game over, I would say. And Imhoff has his second try. And it's a lovely flown past Finn Russell. Him and Curtly Beale's connection is just incredible to watch. And Juan Imhoff there finishes it beautiful. No, that's a try. They're just going to check here with Imhoff whether his knee is actually out before he puts the ball out. No, that's a try. That's a try. That's a try. So second try of the day for Juan Imhoff. Maxine Machino with a chance to get Racing up to the 30-point mark with 2.5 minutes to go until half time. Machino kicks, it's swerving slightly left. And it remains 28 points to 7. As always, folks, do let me know your thoughts in the chat on this first half so far. What do you make of it? What's going wrong for Saints? Are Racing just playing really well? Or is it the case that this team, this Racing team, are just, I don't know. I think it's a combination of both. I think Racing are taking their chances. So knock on from Racing from the restart, though. So there is an advantage here for Northampton, and nothing comes from that. And we'll come back for the scrum. 1.5 minutes to go until half time. I mean, the link between Finn Russell and Curtly Beale is ridiculous. Just so good. So good. And Northampton's mistakes are just numerous so far. So 1 minute to go till half time. We're going to take a quick break at half time for around 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere though. I'm just going to grab a drink, go to the toilet, etc. You grab some snacks and come back for the second half. But 1 minute to go. Last chance here for Northampton then to get something else in this first half. Scrum goes straight down. We'll just have a reset. So scrum here. I'd say on the whole, Racing have had the upper hand in the scrum, but I think Northampton have settled. Northampton had a time in the game where they settled into it. They got a try, and then they go away and concede another really silly try. Franklin Gardens is pretty silent. And the shove is coming here from Racing, but Mitchell manages just about to get it out. Bigger gets it out wide here. Tommy Freeman. Good pass there into Matavesi. Ball is there though. Bigger looks up towards the space, kicks it off, and that'll be half time. I don't think Bigger was aware what time it was, and that is half time. So half time, it is Racing leading here by 28 points to 7. What a half that has been for Racing, but certainly one to forget for the home side. We're going to take a quick break here, but I will be back in just a second to have a look at that first half, to have a chat about tomorrow's games, and of course, look forward to the second half. So make sure to stick around, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and get involved in the chat. I'll see you in a second. Don't go. So there we go. It is half-time down at Franklin Gardens. And as you can see, the score scrolling at the bottom of your screen, it's not looking very good for the home side. Trailing here by 7 points to 28. Tries from Juan Imhoff. Again, 2 there, and 1 of the locks for Racing as well, getting a try. And I've got to say, look, there is no other way to say it. Saints have been really, really poor this evening. Lots of mistakes and, really sloppy mistakes that allowed Racing to really get into the game and cement their lead. They went up 12-0 through 4 penalties from Machino, and then they get that try. And you're always making it very, very difficult for yourself. And if I'm being totally honest, I don't think Racing have even come out of second, third gear. I really don't think they've even had to do that yet. So it's been a really tough first half for Northampton. And I've got to say, if you're there giving the halftime talk, I mean, what do you even say? What do you even say? We'll have a look at the stats in just a second. Let's have a chat about the other games that are going on around Europe right now. There are quite a few games going on indeed. So the current scores around Europe right now, as I said, it is 28 points to 7 to Racing in this one. In the Challenge Cup, up in Newcastle, Worcester are leading that one by 21 points to 14. In that, there have been tries for Duran van der Merwe, Dole, and a penalty try. And then for Newcastle, Wright and Brown have also got tries. Out in France, Lyon host Gloucester, and Lyon are leading that one by 6 points to 3. It is half time in that one, 2 penalties apiece in that one. Racing look very good. They do indeed, Mark. Hope you're doing well, mate. And Northampton are rubbish. They're playing really poorly this game. I've got to say, they've been absolutely shambolic. The thing is, though, if you're Northampton, you can't play any worse than you have already. But the big thing that just summarised that first half up, the clock was red. Bigger tried to kick into the 22 to try and get territory, but the clock's in the red. So you just kicked away the ball for no reason, and that's half time. And you know, it could be 30 points to 7. Machino did miss a kick, one of his conversions. But look, I've got to say, you know, honestly, Northampton have been shambolic, really poor. And I don't know what it is. Can they not deal with the intensity that Racing are bringing? But I don't feel Racing have had to be that good. Like, I honestly don't. So it's a bit of a tough one, that one. We can have a look at the stats now. Let me grab them up. And we'll just have a read of the stats to really try and understand what's going on in this game and see where this game is being won and lost. Let me get them up. And here we go. This should work now. Technology, eh? There we go. So here are the stats for the first half. And interesting to read that the possession actually favours Northampton. But Northampton, again, only just about winning that territorial battle. Now, if you look at metres gained, though, it's very clear to me how much Racing want to run with the ball. Curtly Beale has looked dangerous all night. Finn Russell, Fiku, Vakatawa. The quality of this Racing team, you cannot deny that. But there are a lot of issues for Northampton. Defenders beaten, as you'd expect. Racing have more turnovers conceded, though. Interesting to see that Northampton have actually managed to hold on to their ball a little bit more. But then this tackle down here, missed tackles, is not good enough at 13 in the game there already in this first half. And if we're looking at some of the breakdown stats there, you know, again, really, really difficult for this Northampton team to get any kind of foothold in the game. Discipline-wise, again, is really hurting them. 6 penalties conceded already to the 3 of Racing. And I feel like this game for Racing, they haven't had to come out of second or third gear yet. It's been so easy for them. It's so comfortable for them. And for me, the game's over. Like, I can't see Northampton getting back into this one, even if they play their socks off. I do think that try at the end gives them the smallest glimmer of hope. But, you know, they've really just gone and shot themselves in the foot. And the thing in these competitions is you've got 2 back-to-back games, and they're quite high intensity, and they're not particularly easy really to deal with. You're coming off playing one style of rugby, then you've got to go and play against a completely different style of rugby. You want to get that momentum. You want to get that first performance to be a good performance. Even if you don't win, as long as it's something that you can build upon, then that's a positive in my eyes. There's nothing here for Northampton to build upon. And for Racing, as I said, it's been way too easy for them. But let's have a look then in the Challenge Cup tonight. It is currently Newcastle 21, Worcester 21. And wow, well, I don't quite think those stats are correct, let's just say. But if we have a look at it now on the live there, we've had tries for Wright and Mike Brown, and McGuican has just scored just before half-time, as you can see. Duran van der Merwe and Dole as well with the tries. Out in France, as I just previously mentioned, it is Lyon leading by 6 points to 3. Doesn't look like the most exciting game in the world, if I must say so, but it is 6 points to 3, and it's just about half-time in that one. So there we go. That's how it looks at half time. Do let me know your thoughts. As always, Sean says, good to see Duran finally delivering the goods at Worcester. I said when he signed that he could improve them. I agree. But do you feel that maybe he could have gone to a level higher? No disrespect to Worcester. They're obviously a team in the Gallagher Prem. They're playing in Europe, although the second tier of European competition. I felt like maybe he'd look to go to someone challenging for those playoffs in the Prem, playing in the Champions Cup, but maybe money talks. I'm not too sure. Mark says Northampton are top 4 in Premiership. Doesn't say much as Racing 92 are 8th in the top 14. I agree to an extent, but Northampton, it just hasn't clicked tonight. I think sometimes when you play sport, or maybe even when you play video games, you just have those days where it just doesn't click for you. Like whatever you try, it just does not work. It's just one of them days. But it's very simple things. It's very simple mismatches that Racing are finding, and it should be easily fixed. And I think once you go down 12-0 and all of a sudden, you haven't done anything in the game, you've given all the penalties away, you're thinking, we're already 12-0 down against one of the best teams in the competition. I think your head might go slightly in that sense. So, yeah, I can see that for sure. But honestly, the game's lost. The game's lost. Racing will be going for that bonus point to get a bonus point away at Franklin Gardens. And let's just double check actually who's in their pool. Let me just remind myself. So in Northampton's pool, there is so there's just 2 pools. Well, that's confusing. And so I think the top 4 qualify for the quarterfinals of both pools, and then the other 4 will go into the Challenge Cup. I think that's what will happen. But look, man, I mean, it's really, really tough for Northampton. They've been really, really poor. Next up, they have got... when do they play next? They don't play for a while. The new competition format this year, it's because I'm looking at the Challenge Cup. That's really good. They don't actually play until... Oh, no, they do play next week. They play against Ulster away at the Kingspan, which is not an easy game, and Dwayne Vermeulen is starting for them. So that's going to be really, really tough for them, you think. So, look, it's going to be... Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. My bad there. Top 8 in each pool qualify for the last 16. My bad. Thanks, Mark, for that. And yeah, Ulster and Clement are with Saints. Indeed, they are. So, yeah, look, this game, I've not seen that Northampton would have expected to win this game, but they'd have expected it to be more competitive. And as I said, a performance to build upon, which it just really hasn't been. It really hasn't been. And, Alex Mitchell was named as the player of the month in the Gallagher Prem. He's been a shadow of himself. Furbank's kicked pretty poorly. Dan Biggers very much not been involved in the game whatsoever. So it's not been a good day at the office for Northampton. Should we have a look at tomorrow's fixtures, actually, just before the second half does get underway? So let's have a look at tomorrow's fixtures. So we have Cardiff Rugby against Toulouse. That's a 1 o'clock kickoff. We're going to do a watch-along for that. Then you got Bordeaux against Leicester. That's 4:15 out in France, but that's 3:15 here in the UK. Leinster against Bath down at the Aviva. Clermont against Ulster. Now, interestingly for Ulster, Dwayne Vermeulen starts in that one. That's his first game for Ulster. And then Exeter host Montpellier. On Sunday, my team, the Ospreys, take on Sale. Then we have Connacht against Stade Francais. We have La Rochelle against Glasgow. Obviously, that says 4:15, but for us in the UK, it's 3:15. We have Wasps against Munster at 3:15. And at 5:30 UK time, 6:30 out in France, we have Cast taking on Quins. In the Challenge Cup tomorrow, we've got Zebra against Biarritz. That will be, I think that's 1 o'clock UK time. 3:15, we've got Savis against Edinburgh. Then we have Perpignan against Dragons. We're going to be doing a watch long on the channel for that as well. So join me for that. And then we have Pau taking on London Irish. Those are the games tomorrow. Don't forget, you can still get your predictions in on the previews. I can't count today's games, but I'll count all tomorrow's and Sunday's games. So get your predictions in on them and you'll feature on the review show as always. Right, Racing are out. We're just waiting for Northampton. Really, really important that Northampton start this second half strongly. You know, if they come out and the performance is still as poor as the first half, then there's a lot of question marks got to be asked of this Northampton team. But a chance here to hopefully have a little bit of pride, at least, you like to think. And very much looking forward to it. Don't forget, folks, that if you want to, you can follow me on Twitter. I have been doing Rugby Union daily every single morning around 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. I post a 2-minute video which just updates on the latest rugby news of the day. So make sure to follow me on Twitter for that. I will drop a link to that in the chat now. And please do head over there, follow me, because, as I said, I do put that out there every single day, as well as on Facebook. But I know a lot of you already do follow me on Facebook. We have just restarted here about 20 seconds into the second half. Dan Bigger trying a little kick there. Curtly Beale picks it up comfortably. And we are back underway for the second half. Let me just drop a link. And off we go for the second half. I haven't actually seen the Munster team yet. Mark Dunphy. Ulster will run rings around that defence, potentially, yeah, especially if they play like they are now. Don't worry, Leinster will put Bath away. But yeah, Bath have been awful this season. They've had so many injuries. Leinster have gone pretty strong. I think Leinster will, yeah, as you say, 25-30. I think it'll be very, very comfortable for them. So a minute into the second half here. Mitchell sends the box kick up. Finn Russell takes it comfortably. Curtly Beale picks it up and sends it back down. So, yeah, my Twitter's linked there. If you want to, please do head over and give it a follow. And keep up to date with all that's going on with the channel. I have now finished some uni work. I had some uni deadlines due in on Wednesday. I've done them. So, over Christmas and in the lead up to Christmas. Oh, Finn Russell! Oh, what an offload from Finn Russell, and Lorray has scored. And Finn Russell, take a bow. Indeed, Mark. Try indeed. What a try. What a try from Finn Russell. Unbelievable. Unbelievable hands. Unbelievable. Honestly. And this is game over now. We said, look, Northampton needs to come out in the second half and do something. Finn Russell picks a space. Furbank completely misses the tackle. What an offload. And Lorray on the support line. And Finn Russell's shown its ability as a running option there, as a defensive option. Lovely finish there as well. And that is game, set, and match. Game over. Absolutely agree. Game over now. And I've got to be honest, for Northampton, you'd have expected a reaction. And the 2 is added by Machino. And we are 35 points to 7 now. 35.7. Definitely, yeah, absolutely. You know, just, and I think there was a time where people were like, oh, he's a maverick, you can't trust him. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't have the control of the game. I think he's really worked on that element of his game. And I think he's one of the most complete fly halves in the world right now. Look, we got to say, Finn Russell, brilliant work from him. But from Northampton, just woeful. So off we go again. Terry Tomac in our scrum half. Beale trying a rather lofty pass. Knocked on by Wanimoff. And then Ludlow knocks it on as well. So, I mean, now, Northampton, what do you do now? Do you just say, all right, we're just going to try and play? Well, Northampton have been shocking tonight. Absolutely shocking. So, scrum here. Alex Mitchell to feed this one just outside the 22 of the Racing team. And a big, big scrum here. They need to get the ball out here and find a way, just send something. They do. Mitchell goes alone, just runs straight into Diallo. And the ball is really slow here. But it is there for Matavesi, the Fijian international. Ratuniwara picks up Dan Bigger. Tackled. Lovely turnover. What a turnover that is from Oz. Racing trying to get the ball out, but they haven't managed to, and it's a turnover for Northampton. Alex Mitchell getting a little bit frustrated, I have to say. Harrison Power is at the game right now. Harrison, hope you're enjoying the game, mate. Hope you're enjoying it over there. It is horrific, isn't it? Yeah, Bigger's going off. Bigger's injured. Hopefully he's not a serious injury, because I'm thinking I was a whale's head here, and he can hardly walk on that left leg of his. And things just go from bad to worse for this Northampton team. Hutchinson is on. Ollie Slightholme, sorry, is on. So George Furbank is going to go to 10. Slightholme. Will you get a refund? Oh no. Oh, no. Look, I'd be phoning up the ticket office first thing on Monday morning. So line out here then, 2. Two Saints here. Maul is set up. Matavesi has the ball at the back. Furbank, really nice line. Dingwall with a really good option. Oh, McNeil tries to go alone. Offside, though, from Racing. So advantage here. We're 2 meters out. Northampton Saints are looking to respond to their poor start. Ribbons tries to carry. He's not going anywhere. Ball goes wide. Ludlam tries to get over. Really good defence here from Racing. Surely Northampton have to go wide. The forwards keep it. And now Racing have managed to spread out. Ball out wide. Furbank looks up. That's a big tackle coming in on him for Vakatawa. And no advantage there. So they'll come back for the original penalty. And Mitchell goes alone. Trying to speed the game up. 3 meters out here. Still just 2 meters out, but this Racing defence is looking pretty solid so far. Sam Matavesi, sorry, goes for the line. 7.5 minutes gone in this second half. Mitchell spared. Dingwall reached for the line. Did he get it down? Referee says he did. We have a try here for Northampton. Northampton responding. Dingwall there. Oh, I'd be interested to see that again. If I'm honest, I'd have been Interesting to see that again, but Furbank adds the 2 points. So it's now 14 points to 35. So Northampton 14, Racing 35 with just over half an hour to go. Is it impossible? Probably. Probably. So Finn Russell set to get us back underway. And off we go. And already Northampton, their intensity has improved so much over the last few minutes. That's a really high tackle. Luke Jones there. Catches Furbank there. Waller is on for Outrack for Northampton. And, well, Tom Wood has come on for Wilkins as well. Good to see him playing rugby. So Furbank sends this one down. It's a seatbelt tackle really there from Jones. Ludlam wins the ball, but Mitchell can't quite gather it cleanly. And, well, Racing have managed to turn this one over. Right, Northampton there, offside as well, miles offside. And a chance here for Racing to send this downfield. So Finn Russell with a chance to send this one down into the Northampton half. And a chance here for... Hey, Richard, hope you're doing well, mate. Good to see you in the chat. What's the score? It's rolling on the bottom of your screen, my friend. Northampton 14, Racing 35. Very, very comfortable. Very comfortable for Racing so far. But Northampton a little bit better in the last few minutes. Line out taken then. Racing just about managed to get the ball back. Machino gets it out here. Machino into Finn. Russell, Fiku. Vakatawa, lovely hands. And here come Racing once again. Curtly Beale caught. So fair play to Northampton. Managed to push them back, but lovely break from Tanga there. Finn Russell looks up, floats it out to Teddy Thomas. Him off, carries inside to the 22. Machino, Finn Russell, lovely hands. Jones carrying well. There's a chance here if they can get it out wide for Koo. Machino gets it out. Finn Russell with a little kick through, trying to find Teddy Thomas. Ball is still there, though, for Racing. They're about 8 metres out here, but it has been turned over by Northampton here. And Northampton will look to try and clear their lines here. But first, I think they'll go through the forwards, which they will. Alex Mitchell looking to clear this one downfield. Oh, Alex Mitchell there has just kicked it straight out. Alex Mitchell's kicked that straight out there on the full. It's a really tough afternoon, this one, for Northampton. Change here coming through for Racing. I mean, you got to say Racing have been brilliant. But Northampton really need to get their stuff together. Line out then here to Racing on the 22. Driving Maul is set. So Moret is on for Jones in the second row. Ball is there for Racing if they can get it out. Bresler. Big tackles coming in here from Northampton. Fiku with some lovely steps. Finn Russell into Beale. Knock on the floor from Racing there. So free ball for Northampton here. And Furbank sends it down. That should be quite comfortable for Wanimoff, who gives it to Beale. Beale looks up, spots the gap. It bounces into the hands of the Grateful Saints players, who sends it back down. And time for Finn Russell to look up. And he sends it back down. And a bit of kick tennis going on now. And Slightholme has kicked it straight out on the full. And another error coming in from Northampton. Some more changes for Racing going through. The front row are coming off, or part of the front row at least is coming off. Gogashashvili and Ali Odds are coming off. And Ben Arus is on. And Gomez Sarr is on as well. So those changes have gone through. So about 25 minutes ago in this one, Maxime Machinot gets it out. Lomani's on for Alex Mitchell. Oh, lovely hands from Finn Russell. Oh! Referee, have a look at it. Well, I can't believe that they haven't had a look. The referee just said, I've not seen a high tackle. That's like the highest tackle I've seen in the whole game. Advantage for the high tackle. Blinking heck. I think they need to have a look at this. I thought this was ridiculously high. Oh, I think they need to have a look at that. They need to have a look at this. Skosen with a hit on him off. I can't believe the referee, Mike Adamson, said I didn't see a high tackle. I think there's going to be a yellow here. More changes for Northampton. I can't believe they've not had a look at this tackle. I can't believe they haven't had a look at that. To me, that's a yellow. He's made contact with the head, or the neck at least. Finn Russell's been incredible today. He's been absolutely brilliant. His offloading has been so good indeed. So here come Racing then, about 2 meters out here, trying to go through and get their 5th try of the game. They already have that bonus point wrapped up. And Racing looks to speed it up. Fiku steps offside, and they'll come back for the penalty. Offside. Option here for Northampton. I think they're just going to go for the corner again. Oh, they're taking the points. Interesting. So Maxi Massino, the chance to Racing towards the 40-point mark. So Maxi Massino, about 21 minutes to go in this one. And he adds the 3 points. And Racing 38, Northampton 14. Maxi Massino sends it up. And it's well taken there, and Northampton decide to keep it alive here. That's high. The referee has missed so many high tackles this game. It is unbelievable. Furbank with a little nice kick there through. But the referee has missed a lot, and I mean a lot of high tackles. So 20 minutes to go in this one now. Oh, off the boot of Massino there. And here come the Saints now. Tom Wood carries the ball there. Lomani, the scrum half, certainly will look to speed the game up. Ribbons carries well. Trying to turn the ball over here. Ball is there, though, for Northampton. Dingwall carries, tackled. Lomani goes alone. Was that a trip? No, says the referee. And the ball's been knocked on from Northampton here. And ball is there for Racing. Finn Russell looks up, sends it up. And that ball is going to be kept alive, though. Lomani tries to go down the blind side, tackled though by Diallo. Northampton in the 22 now. And good hands here from Northampton. They're putting some nice faces together, but they just can never get the speed of ball to really penetrate this defence the way they'd want to. Just come back home and seen the Saints getting battered in Europe. What's new? Hope you're doing well, James. Good to see you in the chat as always, mate. Northampton are playing a bit better now. Oh, and as I say that, they've knocked it on. Curly Beale picks it up. Looks out. He's got him off. And it has been kept. No, it hasn't. It's gone out. And there'll be a line out to Racing around about the halfway line. Latest in the other games, 28-21 to Newcastle and Lyon winning by 80 points to 6. I'm not particularly surprised with that Lyon score because Gloucester rotated really heavily. They're clearly targeting the Premiership this season. I mean, a lot of the big boys were left at home. A lot of them were, told to go on holiday. I mean, Louis Sammet's off in Dubai at the minute. So I don't think they're taking that competition particularly seriously. But Newcastle 28-21 against Worcester. I mean, I think Newcastle are 9th in the table, Worcester 13th. So, look, they'll be wanting to certainly try and bounce back. But we've got about 17 minutes left in this one. I've got to say, Franklin Gardens is absolutely deathly quiet right now. So some changes coming on for Racing. Batsy Shuzanu is on for Bresler. So line out then here to Racing just inside their own half. Here we go then. Oh, Fiku's broken the line. It's way too easy. He's got options. He's found him. This could be a hat-trick. Loré, has he got it down? Yes, he has. And Loré has got a hat-trick for Racing. And, well, what do you say? What do you say now? The speed that this team can counter-attack with. I mean, it's really poor defence. Let's have a look. Who missed the tackle? It's really poor defence. Fiku breaks through, finds Diallo. And it's just way too easy. And it's a hat-trick for Racing now. And a hat-trick now for Loré. And, well, I've got to say, if the game was in any doubt a few minutes ago, it certainly isn't now. And Machino with a chance here to add the 2 points. And Racing will be looking to try and put 50 on here. Machino adds the 2. 45-14 now. I mean, the missed tackles on Fiku there were just horrific. You cannot miss that tackle there. "15 minutes to go, though, in this one now. So Cabo Shah is on for Babuni in the front row, and Taofafuena is on for Terry Toma on the wing. And Finn Russell clears it for Racing. And you got to say, well, brilliant turnover from Diallo, I think it is, for Racing. Finn Russell looks up and sends it downfield. Offside from Racing there. Offside from Racing. So Furbank with a chance to put this into the corner. So line out here to Northampton, then about 8 metres out with about 13 minutes to go or so. And the driving maul is set up. Off they go. Trying to get it there. The ball is there. Advantage from a knock-on from Racing. Furbank looks for the cross kick. Skosen picks it up. The ball is there. Lomani picks it. Gives it to his forwards. He will carry hard. Waller carries 5 metres out now as they keep coming forward. Northampton conceding possession there, but will come back for the original penalty there. Lost for words. Saints were such a dismal display in both attack and defence. Looked like a champion side that are out of their league. I just think that they were. I think from the first whistle, they gave away 3 or 4 really simple penalties, really simple penalties, and Machino just kicked them all over. Bang, 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 bang. And they were 12-0 ahead all of a sudden. And at that point, you're thinking, crap, we're 12 points down. We've done nothing in the game. And we're 12 points down against a team that are way better than us anyway. And from that moment, that was it. The game was probably gone from there. And so for Racing then, they just do the simple things. And the defence from Northampton has been shambolic. Missing tackles. The last try that we just saw, the tackle on Fiku, 2 people are trying to take him. Not one of them gets him. And as I say that, they've just messed up their line out. So it's been a really poor performance from them. There have been moments in the game where they have shown that they can put things together. But for Racing, it's been so simple. It really has been. And that's a great kick from Russell to put them down towards the 22. And more change coming through for Northampton. Alex Coles is on for David Ribbons for Northampton. A really tough shift for him as we head towards the final 10 minutes in this one. Don't forget, tomorrow, folks, we're going to do a watch-along for this one. Cardiff Rugby against Toulouse. We'll go live around 1:45 with kick-off at 1 o'clock. And then the evening in the Challenge Cup, we'll do Perpignan against the Dragons, going live at about 5:15 with kick-off at 5:30. So join me for them tomorrow. Here come Racing though. Fiku carries well for Racing. Ball is there for Machino, who gives it into Diallo. He's had a great game today. Finn Russell once again pops it in. Shuzanu carries well. Ball is there. Russell throws it out. Lovely hands from Vakatawa. Well taken by Curtly Beale. But it is well turned over by Northampton. And a chance for him to send this one down. Yeah, I agree. So I do. I think just when you go 12-0 down like that, the way they did, it was pretty shambolic. I've got to say that, you know, Racing have probably been in second gear throughout. There have been moments that they've looked really good, like Curtly Beale. You've seen Finn Russell with ball in hand. And, you know, I mentioned it before about Finn Russell. I mentioned it before about them. And I said, look, you know, the big thing with Finn is that, you know, is he a bit too unreliable? Is he a bit too risky? But I think he's controlled the game, has got so much better. Why am I not doing the Bordeaux game? I'm not around to do that, I'm afraid. I'm out at that time, so I'm not able to do that one. But I'll try and get a team going soon. And oh, Lewis Ledlam has just scored here for Northampton. And Northampton do respond in some way. But there's a fight broken out here. They're going to check something here. And the handbags are certainly out at this point now. And we're going to have a look at this, I'm sure. They're going to have a look at it here. So we're looking at it here. Furbank has the ball, gives it over towards Ludlam. Ludlam picks it up. I think this try is going to stand. I think this is going to be a try. I think this is okay. How many do I think Leinster will score? I think Leinster will win by 25 to 35. I think it'll be very, very comfortable. It is all kicking off, isn't it? It is indeed. Yeah, I think Leinster will win pretty comfortably, for sure. And yeah, I back them to win pretty comfortably. I have done a predictions video for all the Champions League Cup games this weekend and the Challenge Cup. So make sure to check them out on the channel page. Try chalked off. No try. No way they've chalked it off. I agree. I mean, Machino there. I think that's a try. I don't agree with that. You know, it's not something that I like to talk about, but I think Mike Adamson's had a poor game. I think he's missed quite a few calls. It might be his first game in the Champions Cup. He refereed quite often in the URC. I agree. I think it's incredibly harsh, and I think he's missed quite a few calls. There was a tackle by the Northampton winger, Skasson, on Imhoff, which was really high, really dangerous, really tough one. So I think he's missed a couple of them. But here come Northampton anyway, trying to finish with a flurry. 8.5 minutes to go in this one. Still trailing by 14 points to 45. The game is certainly done, but they'll be wanting to potentially get something from here. Another advantage here Machino's any good scrum half. Making sure to shatter away. Yeah, I mean, I'm not one to call out referees, but I do think he's had a poor game. I think he's missed big decisions, and it's a little bit confusing, really. They will look to try and go over to Ulster, win, of course. I mean, they can't play much worse than they have tonight, really. There've been moments where they've looked okay, but they've not been anywhere near good enough tonight. And for Racing, it's been very, very simple. But for Ulster, obviously, they go to Clermont. That's a big game. So looking forward to that one. Penalty to Northampton. Not driving straight from, free kick. So not long to go now. Seven minutes to go then. Scrum here for Northampton. Scrum goes straight down and penalty to Northampton. Lewis Ludlam there saying that's been 4 times. I think Leinster will go for 70. I don't think it'll be as that much. I think it'll be like 45, 45-10, maybe something like that. I think it'll be something around that, to be honest. So line out here, Fish to feed the line out. It's well won. Moore gets going, but it's promptly stopped. It has collapsed, but the ball is there. Lomani had the breakdown there. About 5 meters out. Ball comes out here to the backs. And it's been dropped by Freeman. And it'll be a scrum too. Oh, and there's potentially an injury here. Yeah, knocked on there. And he's hit his shoulder there. Well, a lot of the fans have had enough. They're going to try and beat the queues with 5 minutes to go here. It's certainly game over. So scrum here then. 5 minutes to go now. Not long to go at all. They're about to announce the man of the match. And in the other games, we have a close one up in Newcastle. Newcastle 28, Worcester 26, and Leon are being lost by 19-13. I will give you my predictions for tomorrow at the end of this game and let you know with that what I think is going to happen. So here we go then, not long to go now. Yeah, Racing have Ospreys at home next. Would they do as an Ospreys fan? A bit nervy. So watching this for sure. We have Sale first and Northampton. I'm pretty sure we'll be facing Sale next. They'll be facing Ulster, sorry, next week. Tommy Freeman is off injured as well, which is not great. So here we go then. Final 5 minutes. Big scrum coming in from Racing. And penalty to Racing. Gilbert is on for Machino at 9. So Finn Russell to send this one down the field. And Finn puts them just to about the halfway line. Yeah, indeed. It is sad to see players go off injured. You never want to see that. Wenceslas Lowe has been named as man of the match. Of course, he got a hat-trick of tries tonight. Line out then. Kamil Shah, French international. And well won here. And Gilbert gets the ball out to Finn Russell, who looks across, sending the cross kick. Lovely hand and Tim off. Oh, into Curly Beale. Oh, and Beale thought he was in there. Very close. Some lovely rugby there from Racing. Finn Russell looks up, won him off. Cuts inside, gives it out to Beale. And if Beale catches that, he's probably in there, to be honest. And it's all smiles for Racing, though, isn't it? Because, look, it's been so easy for them. Yeah, maybe, but when you scored 3 tries, Sean, I think you probably deserve to get man of the match. But Finn has been brilliant. He's controlled the game, and his distribution has been brilliant. Penalty to Northampton. The scrum there. Penalty then with about 3.5 minutes to go. Furbank will send this one down. 3 minutes to go now. Game was over as a contest before the ball was kicked, maybe you could say, but it's been a poor performance from this Northampton side. Now, as an Ospreys fan, facing this Racing team next, yeah, that's going to be fun, isn't it? But Northampton still fighting to the end here. 45 points to 14. It's been a really poor performance. Lomani tries to break through the gap. Kamil Shah, I think, has turned this one over. He hasn't quite managed to do so. Here come Northampton looking to try and finish on the front foot, but they've knocked the ball on. And that really just summarises the night for Northampton. Franklin Gardens is emptying even more. So scrum here, 1.5 minutes to go now. So Gilbert feeds the scrum. And he does get it out. Finn Russell looks up, feeds it out. Great hands from Vakatawa. Imhoff picks it up. 2 tries for him as well as we head towards the final minute of the game. Gilbert with the ball will look to feed his forwards. Moreau carries well. Finn Russell looks up, sends it away. It's actually a very good kick. Slight home, looks up, gives it out to Furbank, cuts inside. And Racing have managed to turn it over. And with 20 seconds to go now, it really is just finished the game in terms for Northampton. And the clock heads towards the red. The clock's in the red now. Interesting to see what they do here to lose. Not to lose Racing. Will they just kick it off and say that is that? And Machino's going to go to the post, try and get 48 points. It's Gilbert, actually, who's going to go for the points. Antoine Joubert. He steps up. He kicks. He kicks well. And that is over. And that... Oh, no, he's missed it. He's missed it. So the ball is still there for Northampton. Came off the post. If I'm Northampton, I just kick this off, honestly. Well, they're going to try and play from here, which is a little bit... There's a good carry from Matuniawara, but the ball has spilled out. And it's been knocked on. Accidental offside. And that is it. Full time there. That is the final score. The final score here is Northampton Saints 14, Racing 45. That is the final score there for you, ladies and gentlemen. Racing getting the job done and winning very, very comfortably indeed. In the other games tonight, let's have a quick catch-up on the games in the Challenge Cup. In the Challenge Cup, currently, it is... It is 28-26 to Newcastle up at Kingston Park. Out in France, it is, and we can't see it for some reason. Let me have a look if I can find this. It is 19 points to 13 to Lyon. That looks like that game is pretty much done and dusted as well out in France. So Lyon getting a win, Newcastle getting a win, and of course, Racing getting a win. I'm going to leave it there, folks, for tonight. I'll be back tomorrow for a watch long of this game. So make sure to join me live for this one. I'm going to drop a link for it in the chat now. Join me live from about 12:45 tomorrow. I'll drop a link in now for it. And join me live tomorrow for a watch along of Cardiff Rugby against Toulouse tomorrow afternoon. I'll drop a link there. And the link is now in the chat. So make sure to hit that link, hit the reminder on it, and you'll be notified of when we go live. And I'll see you tomorrow for that watch along. Thank you very much for watching, folks. Congratulations to Racing. They were brilliant. Northampton, really poor, and they have a lot to work on ahead of their next game in this competition. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for this game. Cardiff Rugby against Toulouse. See you tomorrow.